Hello, this is my continuation of bovine leukemia virus. I did a part one, and you should go watch part one so that you know a lot of the facts in it. Some of them are just, I want to say mind blowing, it's like they really do sound that way. But I forgot to say in the last one that I got the information from four videos. I read the transcripts of the videos, and it was four videos of nutritionfacts.org. Dr. Michael Greger, and they were dietary prevention of blood cancers, blood cancer, leukemia, and phytates for rehabilitating cancer cells. And then I do a lot of other research on my own as well. So this is going to be part two, and I'm going to do a part three, which is going to be how to protect yourself as best you can against these cancers and leukemias, really any kind of cancers and leukemias. But right now, I don't know if I said this part or not in part one, but what researchers seem to be focusing on with bovine leukemia cancer is how strong a link there is between bovine leukemia virus and breast cancer, squamous cell carcinoma in the lungs, cervical cancer, and kidney cancer. So they're honing in on areas of the body that they think something's going on, apparently. And they're trying to find links, they're trying to find evidence of cancers and absolute proof that bovine leukemia virus does cause the cancers or does cause the leukemia in humans, without, of course, doing the kind of testing that they do on animals on us. So anyway, they often say that virus does not seem to be a threat to humans because they say it's species specific, a host specific, that's the word they used. And so that sounds like it means that they think the virus just stays in cows and the one species. But to me, that's already been proven wrong. And one of the reasons it would be host specific anyway is it's in the factory farms, and cows only hang with cows there. They're all crowded in together. So, of course, it's going to only stay with cows there. But in a lab, it successfully infected sheep, goats, rabbits, rats, chimps, and even chickens. So the sheep and goats were tested, and they were tested often because they often developed lymphoma, which is a cancer of the lymph system. And two chimps died from leukemia. Now that one's kind of you got to think about that one. The chimps are our closest relatives, and they died from leukemia. And how they got the leukemia was they drank bovine leukemia virus infected milk. So their milk had that virus in it. And raw milk has the virus in it, and pasteurized milk has an inactive virus. Sometimes they'll say a dead virus, and sometimes they say an inactive virus in it, but it's in there. Just like and most of the time you're drinking it does. It's like 50% or so, or no, maybe no. It was more like 39%, just 39% of the time. How many glasses of milk do you drink a day? How much dairy do you eat? Do you have your food, your meats raw with a little pink? Even medium with a little pink. Yeah, bovine leukemia virus. About 32% of the samples. Okay, so that was in part one, but I just thought it fit well here. Also, I told you it spread to humans in a petri dish. So in a petri dish, human cells, the bovine leukemia virus got into the human cells. So slaughterhouses, packagers handling raw meat, and conditions on farms can spread the virus from cows to humans. They have more cases of cancers and bovine leukemia virus in their systems. So they're around cows a lot, and that kind of thing. They seem, or if they're handling the raw meat, which you guys handle raw meat too, don't you? Yeah, they got bovine leukemia virus. They have more cases of them and more cancers. So the bovine leukemia virus and the human cell T human T cell leukemia. Okay, bovine leukemia virus and human T cell leukemia are called close relatives. A person I currently know with leukemia, he has something they said it was similar to T cell leukemia. I kept wondering whether it was bovine leukemia virus. I do not know. And certainly, I don't think they would tell him if it was. They would use some other name, maybe. Or maybe they wouldn't be sure at this point. But if you think of it, they don't really know enough to tell them, and I don't think they're ready to tell people something like that. They do want to be 100% certain of everything. So, but the thing is, the side effect of leukemia often is cancerous tumors. That seems to be common, especially with the T cell leukemia, and the bovine leukemia virus also does cancerous tumors. He got cancerous tumors in his brain, glioblastoma. It's terminal. So if you're eating raw meat, I mean like rare, or you're eating the raw milk, sorry, I'm drinking, but you know what I mean. And I would even stay away from all dairy myself, because all of that to me seems way too risky. So the sooner you go vegan, or you even go as vegan as you can, but you stay away from those things, the better off I think you're going to be. This is my opinion. And let's see. Oh, but so now they're going to test on millions of animals and that kind of thing, because it's a racket and it's a money-making scheme, and those poor animals will do all kinds of suffering to find out more things about it. But no warnings to you guys to stop eating what you're eating or drinking what you're drinking. That would be a simple solution. Not have the cows around anymore. That would improve so many things in our lives. But the other thing I want to say, though, too, if you find out that you have leukemia in your system, or cancer or of any kind, don't count on a plant-based diet to just cure you. There have been some miracle cures here and there. You know, there's things where people's cancers have regressed, and I will tell you some really cool stuff in part 3. But do what your doctors say as far as the chemo and the radiation, because those have saved people too. And you use the plant-based diet, or as close as you can get, as kind of like in addition, because you actually, it seems to make chemo go smoother, and recovery time is good. And, you know, it's like the whole thing, you heal better and you don't feel all clogged up. I have known people who have done chemo and radiation, and they told them to eat a whole lot of meat. They don't know why. I mean, if you just looked into it, you would know that's wrong. And they would end up just being constipated, because they're lying there a lot of the time. You know, they're feeling really sick, and they put all that meat down them. And why would you put down the thing that possibly gave you the cancers? You know, that it doesn't make sense. But anyway, I'm going to stop this part right here, and in maybe about a week, hopefully less, but a week or so, I will do the part 3, telling you the best ways to protect yourself, and some really, really neat things that I know you're going to want to hear. All right, thank you. Good night.